Hello, I'm MJ and I'm your Atlas to Life. Today's tarot card reading is for Scorpios. And this is going to tell you about your middle October into November. My email address is em3dj3@gmail.com. If you're interested in a personalized reading, send me an email and we can set something up at a low cost to you. Okay, so we start out the reading. And the very first card in the Celtic Cross style readings is the major either issue or just it's going to be what the whole entire message is going to reflect on. And so you get the Seven of Pentacles here. Now, pentacles are material things. They're everything that you can touch, taste, and see. But they're also things like DNA. So I kept thinking of the word tangible today when I was thinking about pentacles. And I don't think DNA is something that's really tangible. I'm not really sure. I don't really understand why I can't stop thinking of that word. If that means anything to you, though, I felt like I needed to mention this. So the main issue at hand is a moment's pause. So maybe that you do need to take a moment of pause and do a little bit of reflection here. You have been manifesting things. But what's going to happen next? This card's about reinvesting your fortune. And what's standing in the way of that for you is this Three of Wands. So let's think about wands. Wands are our desires and our passions. And it's the number 3. If there's any significance for you with the number 3. Okay. So the Three of Wands is putting some plans into action and being very creative. The Three of Wands is about collaborating with others and business partnerships. It's about good efforts being made and the innate ability to work well with others. Okay, so you need a break. You need a pause. You've been working too hard and you've been manifesting the material things that you want. The second card here, though, is what's getting in the way. And there's some new business opportunities and partnerships that are going to require you to work harder than you feel like you're capable of this October. So keep in mind that the first card was the Seven of Pentacles. Now we're going to look at your desires and aspirations. And here we have the Seven of Swords. So swords are knowledge and information. Swords are wisdom. Or they could even be, like secret knowledge, things that you know that you can potentially use against or for others. This Seven of Swords is in reverse, the way the cards are laying down here. So then this is what you desire, right? I think that you want to make a quick escape in a way, like you almost want to get caught in some situation so that you can get out from underneath it. And you want to just make like a new plan and strike a new deal with the powers that be. But let's look here at your resources. So what do you have available at your disposal? And we get the King of Swords. So it's another sword. And this one is upright. When we have the Court cards, you can look at this as the person. And then the card following it is this Two of Swords, another sword. So there might be some secrets going on in your life this month. Or you may be given some new knowledge, some new information that's really going to help or hurt you here, the way that I'm seeing it on these cards. Okay, so your resources are the King of Swords, so this is the person. This is an element of air. It's a rational person. They're very intellectual. Their actions are purely thought-based, and they're always taking a tactical approach to all matters. All right, so their action then is the Two of Swords. And this one's also upright. So what I feel with this one is that you're going to be, your resources, excuse me, are that you can use that tactical approach. And so, you know, this new, any information that's either you already know about or that's going to come up for you this month, you're really going to keep it balanced in your mind and do some inner searching here. And you're going to find out the truth and the meaning of what you must do and how you will proceed. And this card does talk about the deepest wisdom. It's about you. You're going to meditate into that and figure out the deepest wisdom. This card is a resource for you. It is taking time away from others to listen to the self and sort out your thoughts. So what I was feeling from the first two cards is that you need a moment's pause to enjoy what you're manifesting. But then there's some information's going to get in the way somehow. So, but your resources have always been that you were able to take a little bit of time to yourself to figure it all out. And the top card, and it almost looks like you're sort of just fed up with that. You might know too much information, actually. Okay, let's look at the past. And this is another wand, which it's interesting that that would be in the past because this is the obstacle. So something about your desires is something that maybe you need to let go because it's blocking your path here. But it's the Six of Wands. And this card is in reverse. Let me see. Because what I'm feeling with this card is like in the past, there may have been some sadness, or maybe you were underappreciated and you weren't getting the credit that you deserved. And this card, something, when it's in the past like that, it's saying that you just figured out how to focus on yourself and just forget about needing the approval from others. But in the future here, we have the Four of Cups. Now, cups are the way that we feel inside and how we interpret and experience the world around us. They are our emotions. It's how we cleanse our body, mind, and soul. But for the Four of Cups to be in reverse, here in the future section, I feel like the emotions that are about to happen for you as we end October and move into November, they may be a little bit unstable. And it could be because of all this new information that's coming at you. Or really wisdom, because those cards said you're going to fully understand either old or new knowledge. It's pretty cold in Ohio, so I'm coughing. Sorry about that. Okay, and it's actually going to cause you to act in some inappropriate ways. Now, you are, right now, your attitude is the Ace of Pentacles, and aces are new beginnings. So this is how you're going out into the world and what you're expressing and showing others of this is who you are and how your mind's working. And so you're very focused on manifestation and money. I think, well, this is an element of the earth. So grounding is very important. I'm looking at that doorway into the garden, and it's open, and it's waiting for you to walk through it into your wildest dreams. And you know what your wildest dreams are, and you know how to get them. So there's a little bit of a struggle going on here. Let's look at the outside world, which is the others. This could be business associates or people in your family. It could be your relationship. And it's the Nine of Cups. So the emotions are at play again here. But the Nine of Cups has a little bit of a warning to it. So it says, imagine if everything you desperately wanted came true. It also says your wish is being granted. This one I think I'm feeling the emotional action or the emotional attributes of it in a relationship. Or with a boss or somebody or a child even. You Scorpio, may be giving them their way. And maybe they're not really asking for the right stuff. And they're being very selfish. It's almost like you know that person, and you're trying to tell them that what they're trying to manifest or what they think they want or need is maybe not what's best for them. Here. And so you're dealing with all of that because they really are trying to get you to do it anyways. And you know from your life experience that that's not the best thing. You know what would be good for them. But they're pretty set on getting it right now. They think they deserve it and they want to celebrate it. If they do, it's going to be a little bit out of alignment. And they're probably not going to stick with whatever it is for too long when they realize it wasn't what they really wanted anyways. But when you ask a Scorpio, they say, ask and you shall receive. You guys have the biggest hearts and you're very successful people and you have the means to give people things that they think they want. And you've watched them enough and know enough about their lives to know that it's maybe not the best idea or it's not going to help them out, but that I feel like they look up to you guys, and so they think it'll make them more like you. And do you understand that? So for your hopes and fears, we get the Knight of Cups. So it's another cup. This is something that you do hope for and something that you're sort of afraid of at the same time. Okay, so the Knight of Cups. This is a romantic person. It's sweet nothings, right? It's news and messages, though. It's romance in the air, and developments are sure to come, but it's going to take a little bit of time. So this card's reminding you to enjoy the journey and savor the sweets a little bit. Take that pause. And that's kind of what you're hoping for. Whoops, this one, I feel for sure, and I know that's how it was laying before, is the reversed Four of Cups, or Five of Cups, excuse me. The cups again here, as a hope and a fear for you that you're having. It can be talking about some sadness. And it's such a funny thing, because I know this isn't the case with you guys. I just know some Scorpions, and it's not applicable to the ones that I know. But people look at this like he drank those 3 cups, you know, and so it could be like an addiction to something. But like people joke around about like an alcoholic would drink those 3 and he's trying to quit so he can go home, but he's got 2 more cups, so he's just going to stick around, you know, a little bit longer. Now, and if that's not your situation, try and figure out a scenario or a situation in your life where that can be sort of applicable, because it doesn't have to refer to alcohol. It's just a good analogy or way to explain it. I mean, okay, so, you know, the prize is awaiting you in the castle. And it's up to you whether you make the right choice and claim it. And take that personal action. But since this card is in reverse, we have to look at that a little bit backwards-ish. And that, and it is more fitting for the Scorpions that I know. Because you guys have the brains and the resources to basically empower the change, and you're willing to work for new growth and get rid of destructive habits and people. You know, you're going to overcome the old ideas that bring the bad emotions. And along with that comes some of the things that you're hoping for, but it's also, especially with this card here, going to include getting rid of some of the things that you don't want to lose. So it's just kind of a bad scenario the way the cards are laid out, but I get a feel that you're easily going to handle and deal with the situation in the best of ways, and you're going to come out on top with even more resources. You will have learned and grown from this, because the last card is the Magician card. And here, this Magician, you know, you're infinitely being led, and a lot of people need you here to use your power, because you've got the cups, the pentacles, the swords, and the wands. And that's what makes you guys so unique and so, I feel like you guys are very sturdy individuals, and a lot of people come to you for help, rightfully so, because you are able to keep it all together and use all four very evenly. And when it comes to that manifestation stuff, you've done very well in your lives to manifest the things that are very important to you. I mean, that's all four suits of the tarot. And you've been lighting up the world your whole life. You've been directing attention and outcome. And you cast like a magnetic energy that you're able to channel. You can dazzle others with your skill. And I think a lot of times people are sort of jealous of you guys, but you're the conduit. With that card as the progression of this whole issue, I paused in that something will blossom for you. Look how much harvest is on this card. And it's going to be something that you can bring into the material world as you're going into November. And a lot of you guys may be having birthdays coming up. I'm super excited for you. Scorpions are awesome. I know, Scorpio. But I have a Scorpio tattooed on my leg. It's so cool. Okay, that's a little bit too loud. And my camera seems to be wobbling. I wanted to fall off. I shuffled them earlier. So let's see what cards come. The Moon card. Intuition, subconscious. Analyzing the things in your life that may seem like illusions to you. There are many times when I see this card, and my very first thought is that it's realizing that a lot of things aren't illusions. I don't see that here. I'm looking at this dark water, okay? This card is telling you, with intuition, and your subconscious mind is letting you know there are some illusions that are happening to you in your life right now. But it's progressing with direction and control that you have available to you. People need you for guidance, because when they don't have you, your heart and their hearts, plural, are broken. So the world needs Scorpios, and that's no joke. Okay, quickly here. Let's do a few from this deck. All right, science comes first. That's a lot of direction and guidance from the universe. This is knowledge and information and wisdom. It's divine wisdom, in fact, with this card. And it's a 6 if that number is important to you. Princess of Cups. And that makes me think of the Prince of Tides, but it's princess. So however that works out for you. There's some stifling of disappointments going on. It's another cup too. That one's the 5 of Cups. So you're giving your emotions maybe a little bit too freely, and it's really sort of drying you up. And failure is to be avoided. And I have no fear that you are going to work well in this situation when these things come up for you this month, because the Lover's card comes last. And so that Lover's card says more to me than any of the other cards that I pulled just before and after that card, because the Lovers is why you guys are so strong. You can use your mind and your heart to make your decisions. And you've balanced out the dualities within yourself, which is why so many other people cling to you to be able to figure out how to do that within themselves so that they can be successful also in life. All right. Thank you so much for watching my video. I enjoyed doing this reading very much. If you would like your own personalized reading, please email me. My email address is em3dj3@gmail.com. Scorpios, it's going to be an interesting month for you. There may be kind of a lot of drama, but it's the type of drama that you're going to handle well. And I'm feeling like in November, you are going to take that moment's pause, and you will have earned it. So, good for you. A lot of people need you guys, and that's trying on you, but you're going to get through it because you're a professional at this kind of thing, and you were born onto this planet to help, to heal, and to serve. You know, your life purpose is a very important one. All right, stay grateful, stay thankful, and we will all be blessed collectively. So much love from me, and peace, and blessings. Like this video and subscribe to my channel. I also do yoga and meditations all week long. All right, see you guys next time. Namaste. Stay bright. I like your vibes.